Millhouse, the leader, from Parcel, Arkle and King's Nephew. Now this is the first open ditch. Millhouse setting a steady pace from Parcel and Arkle, then King's Nephew. And all immaculate there. And a downhill run to the next, with King's Nephew the back marker and Millhouse making it by a good 4 lengths from Arkle, who's taking a fairly strong hold, then Parcel and King's Nephew. At the third, Millhouse, Arkle and Parcel and King's Nephew. This is the water, number 4, Millhouse from Arkle, Parcel and King's Nephew. Coming up towards the 5th, Millhouse from Arkle towards the outside, Parcel and King's Nephew. Fence number 6, Millhouse from Arkle, Parcel and King's Nephew. This is an open ditch now, number 7. Millhouse by 2 lengths from Arkle, Parcel and King's Nephew. Millhouse from Arkle, Parcel, King's Nephew. Now the fence at the top of the hill. Millhouse, Arkle, Parcel, King's Nephew. Now quite a long run down to the next fence. Millhouse from Arkle, Parcel and King's Nephew. Arkle still taking a very strong hold. Taaffe trying to restrain him on the outside, not having a very happy ride on him at the moment. Millhouse from Arkle, Parcel and King's Nephew. Millhouse bowling along in front from Parcel, Arkle and King's Nephew. Coming up to number 11 now of the 21 fences. Millhouse from Parcel, Arkle and King's Nephew. The big horse, ears pricked, the leader. Measures it beautifully. Millhouse from Arkle, Parcel and King's Nephew. This is number 12, another open ditch. Millhouse by a good 2 lengths from Arkle, Parcel and King's Nephew. Oh, he just had to put in a little short one there, Millhouse, but he did it so cleverly that he didn't lose any ground. Just patted the ground, and with that spring-like stride of his, hopped over it. Millhouse, Arkle, Parcel and King's Nephew. And a beautiful jump there by Millhouse. Arkle goes into second place, Parcel third, King's Nephew 4. Coming down to the water, this is number 14. Millhouse from Arkle, Parcel and King's Nephew. Coming up to the 15th now. Millhouse, a beautiful one there, Arkle second. Parcel third, King's Nephew 4th. Millhouse by 4 lengths now. Millhouse from Arkle. A lovely jump by Arkle as well there. Third Parcel, 4 King's Nephew. This is number 17, and it's the last open ditch. 21 fences in all, and Arkle is beginning to close now on Millhouse. Millhouse and Arkle, both beautiful jumps. Millhouse just slightly the better of the two. Parcel third, King's Nephew 4. Millhouse from Arkle. And now there's a long gap between Parcel and King's Nephew. And it's the big two now as they run down the hill to the third last fence. The big horse, Millhouse, with Arkle closing on him. And it's Millhouse and Willie Robinson, Arkle and Pat Taaffe, and Pat being shouted for from the stands now. Irish voices really beginning to call for him now as he starts to make up ground on Arkle. It's Millhouse, the leader from Arkle. Arkle making ground on the far side at the third last fence. Millhouse is over the leader from Arkle second. They've got two fences left to jump now in the Gold Cup with Millhouse the leader from Arkle, and a long way back is Parcel, then King's Nephew. This is the second last fence, and they're still both full of running, still going great guns, both of them. It's Millhouse on the inside, jumps it only just ahead of Arkle. Now they're rounding the home turn, and this is it. And Willie Robinson's got his whip out, and Pat Taaffe is shaking up Arkle, and this is the race now to the last fence. It's Arkle on the stand side for Ireland and Millhouse for England on the far side. And this is it with Arkle just taking the lead as they come to the last fence. It's going to be Arkle if he jumps it. Arkle coming to the last now, and Arkle a length nearer Millhouse. He's over and clear. Millhouse is trying to challenge him again, but it's Arkle on the stand side. Millhouse over on the far side, coming up towards the line, and Arkle is holding him. Arkle going away now from Millhouse. This is the champion. This is the best we've seen for a long time. Arkle is the winner of the Gold Cup. Millhouse is second, and then a long gap before the 1960 winner. Parcel comes up into third place, and finally King's Nephew. And I've never heard such cheers from the stands at Cheltenham as Arkle proves himself the champion chaser in the British Isles. And the result of the 39th Cheltenham Gold Cup is first Arkle, owned by the Duchess of Westminster.